Hello students, I am your computer teacher Chaitra. Hope everyone is safe and healthy in your home. So I'll be handling computers this year. So let us see the whole year contents here. So it is computer network and protocols, virus and antivirus, introduction HTML, introduction to MS Access and tables in MS Word along with the basics recap and mail merge and more on MS Excel. So these are the things we are going to learn in this year. Next, I have divided into two parts, that is part A and part B. So part A I am going to teach in this class and part B will be done in the next class. So the first is the basic definition of a network and definition of computer network and types of computer network and internet, intranet and network protocols and advantages of computer networking. So in part B it comes requirements to use the internet and network security, computer malware, different types of virus, antivirus software and how to avoid virus. So let us see now the chapter 1, that is network and security, part A. So network, you all know it's a mutual communication between two or more systems to share information. So you know what is communication? Obviously communication is a human communication between the two persons. So here also there is communication between the two systems, mainly to share the resources or to transfer the files. So whenever there are more than two computers, it can communicate with each other. With a single PC you can't communicate. So whenever there is two PCs, then it can communicate. So some examples are telecommunication network, computer network and television network. Here telecommunication refers to the communication through phones. So you can just see, next is, there are some images over here. So let us see what is a computer network. So computer network are the group of the interconnected computer through either it can be cables, telephone lines, radio waves, satellites or infrared beams. Next, computer network can be a computer or a terminals or a servers or a hardware components. So what is a computer is and what are terminals? Terminals are again the systems or a computer. Then servers, there will be a main system which consists of all the information and all the control to other systems. And what are the hardware components? They are the hardware devices like printers, routers, hub, switches or any other laptop or any other system. So ARPANET was the first computer network developed by a US defense. This led to internet. Now let us see the types of network over here. So network is classified into many types based on the geographical area. In this class you are going to learn about the LAN, WAN, MAN and PAN. So what is LAN? It is the local area network. What is WAN? It's a wide area network. What is a MAN? It is metropolitan area network. And what is a PAN? It's a personal area network. So you can see in the images there is a Ethernet here and all the systems are connected to that Ethernet cable. So group of computers connected with each other in a small places such as school, colleges, offices, hospitals are nothing but the LAN connection. So it's a group of computers connected with each other in the small places. Like your office have the LAN connection, your hospitals have the LAN connection and you have schools have the LAN connections. So it is a secured because we won't be able to get the data from the other systems. So whatever the connection, internet connection is locally done. Then the speed of LAN due to small in size is very high. So since there are only small systems or less systems, the speed of the LAN will also be very high. So next let us see the MAN here. So what is MAN? Metropolitan area network. There are some metropolitan cities like Bangalore, suppose Bangalore. So there will be one internet connection and all the school will be connected to it. So you can see the hospital LAN, you can see the school LAN, you can see college LAN and a factory LAN. So various LANs are connected through the telephone lines. Hope you have seen the telephone lines. And MAN covers larger area or a city or a town. So for example, for Bangalore it is metropolitan area network and all the schools local area networks will be joined to MAN. So next is WAN, wide area network. So you can see in the image it is wide area network. So this is, you can see many other cities are connected here. So provides a long distance of transmission of data. So the transmission of data can be very long distance. Interconnection is an example of WAN. So what we call now internet is a connection, is a best example for WAN. Mobile broadband connections like 4G, 3G are the nice examples also. Next, let us see about the personal area network. So used for communication among computers or computerized device. Suppose in your house you have a system, you have a printer, you have a router. So all these three things are connected. So you have a TV, then it is connected to your television also. So if you have one more system up, then you can just connect it. So it is generally covers less than 10 meters of distance. Now types of personal area, it can be wired personal area and wireless personal area network. So wired personal data network refers to USB connection. So you hope you have seen the USB connection, and wireless personal area network refers to Bluetooth or a Wi-Fi. Hope everyone in the house have a Wi-Fi connection and a Bluetooth connection. Wi-Fi is nothing but wireless fidelity, and Bluetooth connection. So the wired personal area network contains a USB, whereas wireless can be Bluetooth or a Wi-Fi. Next, let us see what is internet. So internet is nothing but the global connection of interconnected computer networks. So WWW, it is also called as World Wide Web, or simply the web. Whatever we now call the WWW or a web or internet, it's nothing but the global connections of interconnected computer networks. So you can access the files, folders, or you can access any information resource globally. So the internet term is used to send and receive email images. Let us see some of the advantages of internet over here. So the internet is used to send and receive email messages. You can transfer money from one account to another account using the internet. You can play online games with your friends and other online players using the internet. Skype can be used to make free phone calls and video calls to other computers using the internet. Using the internet, you can share the images, videos with your friends, family members, and even you can talk with them. The internet is also used to send and receive the files instantly. So for example, your Gmail, you can immediately send the file through internet. Next, what is intranet? So don't get confused with internet and intranet. So these two terms are very different. So intranet is the network belongs to a particular organization and accessible to the members or employees of the organization. Suppose we have a company and some members are there or employees are there. So it is basically intranet is the network for that particular company. So it has a protecting system to prevent unauthorized users. So the persons who are not employees of the organization can't come and take that network connection. Only he should be an employee of that particular organization. And those who want to hack some confidential files or share some important information to the rival companies. So there will be some persons who need to hack some confidential files, and some can need to share the information to other rival companies. So it has a protecting system. So any other users cannot come and hack the systems. So you can see the concept of internet, intranet, and extranet in the network. So you can just see the internet term here, and this is the customer's network, and this is the intranet. So this is one company here. This is one company here. So this is the one company here, and this is the internet connection, and this is the one more company here. So whenever this is intranet, and this is the internet, and again there will be a intranet here. So these two will form a extranet. So hope you understood this concept. So here there is one intranet, and two companies have the intranet connection. So they become extranets and one internet connection. So next, let us see some of the protocols here, network protocols. Hope you all know what is protocols. Protocols are nothing but the rules. We also in a daily life follow some rules and regulations, right? So even communications also should follow a set of rules. There should be some set of rules for the network to communicate with each other, or computers to communicate with each other. So networking rules are defined by the set of standards and the protocols. There should be some protocols. So if you want to communicate in the internet, then you need to follow some protocols. A single standard or a protocol defines what is a small part of the network does. Then the transmission control protocol or internet protocol defines a large set of standards and a protocol used in the network computers. So mainly we call it as TCP/IP. So it is the transmission control protocol, how the transmission should happen from one system to another system. And internet protocol. Internet protocol is you need to access some files from the remote area, or you need to share the resources from the remote area. That can be done with these two protocols. Then let us see in the image a human protocol and a computer network protocol. So a person is saying hi, and the that person is saying hi, and got the time, he is saying yes, 2 o'clock. This is the human protocol, and here the system asks for the TCP connection, and TCP connection is given, and you are going to type www.google.com, and you can just take out the file here. So here the TCP connection, it asks for the TCP connection, then TCP connection is responded, and then you can just say please get me to the google.com, and then you can access the file. So your person is saying hi, and here is saying hi, and what is the time is asking. So these are the two types of communication. This is human protocol, and this is computer network protocol. Next, network protocols. Some of the used protocols are, you can just see the IP here, Internet Protocol. It consists of Internet, Local Area Network, and Wireless Area Network, WAN, and LAN, and the Internet. So there are two things here. Just don't worry about the UDP. So you can just concentrate on TCP, that is Transmission Control Protocol. And the Transmission Control Protocol, this Transmission Control Protocol, it is connected to HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, File Transfer Protocol, and emails, video conferencing, and distance learning. So whatever we do now, video conferencing, emails, everything, it comes from first Internet Protocol, then TCP, that is Transmission Control Protocol, and then you can access all the files here. So TCP along with IP to send data over Internet, specifying how the data should be. So TCP along with the IP is used to send the data over the Internet, and it is specify how the data should be. It should be formatted, and it should be addressed, it should be transmitted, it should be routed and received. So what do you mean by formatted? It should be in a well format manner. For example, when you are going to write a letter and you are going to post it to some address, so first you are going to make a formal letter, that is a nice letter. You will not write a shabby handwriting, you will not write in a shabby handwriting, you will write in a neat handwriting so that the other person you need to be understood, and then you will give a address. Without address, the letter won't go to the particular place. So then next is the transmission. So a letter means a postman will come and take your letter, or else you go and put the letter in the post office, and then routed. Routed is the route. Suppose you are sending from Bangalore to some other city, what is the route it has taken, and then you will get the acknowledgement it has received. So these things are also done in the Internet. So the file should be formatted, the file should be addressed, so where it has to go, the file where it has to go, and the file should be transmitted. Just you keep the letter with you and not you are going to transmit there, then it's of no use. So it has to be transmission, then routed, then the route should be, it should know where the route, and then received. Next is advantages of computer networking. Some of the advantages of computer networking are file sharing. Obviously, we are going to share the file, and resource sharing. You know, resources are nothing but the external devices, and ease of communication. Today, the communication is very easy that in just an instant of time, all your files can be transferred from one system to another system, or you can access anything or any information from remote systems also. So this is resource sharing. So you can access the printers which are there far from the city, sitting in your house. So these are some of the advantages of computer networking. Now let us put some questions on this. So you need to tell me what is a computer network, then give 2 advantages of networking, then say few words on impact of internet in our daily life. So you can just speak 5 to 6 sentences on impact. So how much it has impacted our life. So without internet, we can't even do some daily works here. So how much important the internet is for us today. So you need to just say a few words. You can just speak 5 to 6 sentences, and all these two questions also you can just say there. You can just put the question and you can just say the answer along with the 2 advantages, and then you can talk about the impact of internet 5 to 6 sentences. Thank you, children.